Hello everyone, today I will tell a story about Wallace and Darwin and their series about the evolution of life. Darwin is a famous scientist who is mentioned all the time when people talk about the evolution of life or nature selection. But Wallace may be an unfamiliar name for some of us. He is not a mountain point, not the name of a Chinese bird chain, but he is a researcher. He may share the credit with Darwin in the area of the evolution of life. Darwin used and geological studied in early years. He was well known and had finished some research before. Darwin might finish this research early on his own. However, he was preoccupied with other boats, other researchers, and busy family life. This delay due to various reasons gave Wallace a chance to share the honor. Wallace was not a good student when he was young. He studied with works that had nothing associated with research. Though he traveled abroad several times, the original purpose of his trip was to sell specimens and earn money, not for research. Meanwhile, Darwin was ordered to publish his research while being perplexed. He didn't know he should post a simple and raw idea quickly or a complex result that might need more time to be finished. In his autobiography, Darwin claimed that he gained much by his delay in publishing from about 1839, when the theory was convincing. He said that he had begun work on the topics in 1837. Later, he had dropped some short notes and had finished this into a sketch in 1844. In July 1844, Darwin had finished his sketch into a 230-page draft to be independent with the research result. He didn't finish the draft in a long time. Undoubtedly, he didn't know Wallace, an unknown specimen maker and a young researcher would give the same conclusion about the evolution. In this period, Wallace had finished several traveling and had some preliminary ideas about nature selection while traveling in the Malaysia. His observations of the zoological differences were improved while exploring the archipelago. In 1858, he sent an article outlining his series to Darwin. This year, Darwin received some research results from Wallace when he worked hard on his manuscript for nature selection. He was shocked because he had been working on this for a long time. He didn't want to be late and lost the honor of being the first person to publish this research. He organized a meeting with an associate of biologists. So sad, he lost the chance to be the first person or the only one who found the truth of the evolution. Darwin and Wallace published the paper jointly, though the reactions were less. This book includes both results of them. Nowadays, you can find this book in several libraries. Darwin claimed that writing with professional words and for professional audience would be impossible. At last, the origin of spies were written for unprofessional audience and attracts widely interest. You, you may have heard this book before. This book was so successful that the series was widely known as Darwinism. Meanwhile, don't worry about Wallace. He is famous in other areas such as biogeography and ecology. The only one Slade Gold Darwin Wallace Medal was awarded to Wallace in 1908. That's all. Thanks for your listening.